The City of Whittlesea faces significant transport challenges over the next 20 years. As one of the fastest growing areas in Australia, our city struggles with increasing traffic and a lack of public transport. To address some of these issues, Council has prepared the draft Integrated Transport Strategy. The strategy outlines a series of proposed actions that we and other stakeholders need to take to contribute to the delivery of our city's transport priorities and objectives. The City of Whittlesea is growing at a rapid rate, with an estimated population of over 176,000 people. We currently welcome around 8,000 new residents into the municipality each year. Although the rate of population growth will vary, by 2031 the population is expected to exceed 300,000. Much of this growth, around 80%, will occur in current growth areas of Epping North, Mernda and Doreen, and in the future growth areas of Wollert and Donnybrook. Established areas, including Lawler, Thomastown and Bundoora, will experience more incremental change. Employment opportunities in the City of Whittlesea have not kept up with population growth, so over 75% of our labour force works outside of the municipality. On an average weekday, 60,000 people commute to outside of the municipality for work. Not surprisingly, we're very dependent on motor vehicles, which account for more than 85% of our daily trips.
Council has a major role in our municipality's transport infrastructure, but all public transport and major road projects are the responsibility of the state government.
The City of Whittlesea has a 2013 operating budget of $184 million to deliver 100 council, services and capital works projects. $14 million will be spent on roads, drains and footpaths. In comparison, the extension of the rail line from Epping to South Morang costs $562 million. To achieve our future transport goals, it's important that Council is supported by the state and federal governments and other stakeholders such as private developers and the non-for-profit sector. Much of the essential road transport infrastructure needs to be delivered by the state government, with over $764 million of infrastructure required. The focus of the Integrated Transport Strategy is on identifying an integrated package of actions that Council, the state government and other stakeholders need to take to improve transport outcomes in the City of Whittlesea. The implementation of the strategy will enable Council to align our transport strategies, plans and investment priorities with the state government's priorities. The draft Integrated Transport Strategy is based on the 2011 review of the city's transport challenges and community consultation. Through a telephone and online survey and 2 community forums, Council gained significant insight on transport from several hundred residents and stakeholders including Public Transport Victoria, Vic Roads and the Growth Areas Authority. Through this consultation, residents highlighted some of the key issues for transport in the City of Whittlesea, including residents are heavily reliant on private vehicles for transport. People feel that transport infrastructure has not kept pace with population growth. Train is the most popular form of public transport, but only a minority travel by train regularly. Respondents would be inclined to use public transport more often if accessibility and frequency of service was improved. Better footpaths and more bike lanes or off-road paths were the most often cited suggestions for encouraging more cycling and walking in the municipality. Traffic congestion and lack of public transport were of greater concern to residents in the northern part of the municipality than the south.
Without action from Council and other stakeholders, the City faces significant negative impacts on business, the community and the environment.
Increased congestion leads to increasing business costs to transport goods and lower appeal for businesses to develop locally. Lower levels of active travel, including walking and cycling, increase the risk of health problems and high energy use leads to increasing greenhouse gas emissions and lower air quality. Increasing reliance on private vehicle travel will intensify transport isolation for residents who are unable to access a car. The Draft Integrated Transport Strategy identifies 6 policy areas as well as a series of actions to be implemented to achieve the objectives set for each policy area. The policy areas include land use and transport, walking, cycling, roads and freight, public transport, community transport. To find out more about each of these policy areas and the actions identified for each area, please download a copy of the complete Draft Integrated Transport Strategy via Council's website. The City of Whittlesea welcomes your feedback on the Draft Integrated Transport Strategy. You can submit your feedback up until the 3rd of November via email, post, phone, online or by attending one of our forums in October.